I finally found a reasonably priced way to upgrade my simple first aid kits to a grid down medical kit. Imagine no doctors, no pharmacy, no supply chain, and unsafe drinking water. In that kind of world, rare diseases become common, and it falls on us, you and I, to be prepared for those kinds of times. Over-the-counter medications will treat the symptoms, but if you want to actually treat the cause of the illness, you're going to need prescription medication. Not long ago, the only way to get those prescription medications was to convince your doctor to write you a prescription, something that most people were not able to do and still can't. Then telehealth companies came along. They had the right idea, but the price is prohibitively expensive. I looked at those kits in the past. I had the opportunity to make a video like this one for several different companies, but I didn't make them because the prices were just simply beyond what most of us could afford. But things have changed. A company called Ozio Medical now offers telehealth-based emergency medical kit at a much more reasonable price. They are the sponsor of today's video, and I'm excited to show you the kits they have available. They might be one of the most important preps that you will ever get. They also gave me a discount code for 10% off for those of you that want to convert your first aid kits into a medical emergency kit. On the screen, you see the basic medical emergency kit. 11 items. On the screen, you see the list of the medicines that it contains. You can pause the video and see what each one is for. There are 10 here. I don't have the guaifenesin. It also comes with the kit. And that is Ozio Medical's basic medical emergency kit. I'm not going to give you medical advice on how to use the kit, but I am going to show you from Ozio's website some of the illnesses that the kit is designed to treat. Chlamydia, Lyme disease, ear infections, pneumonia, strep throat, traveler's diarrhea, whooping cough, bite wounds, cellulitis, dental infections, sinusitis, urinary tract infections, C. diff, giardia, tetanus. For a complete list of all the illnesses that this kit will treat, you can go to their website. The link is in the description box. On the screen now you see the advanced medical emergency kit, which is the mid-level kit that they have. And with the advanced kit, you get 8 additional medicines. Again, on the screen, you can see what those are. They do include albuterol and this one. I'm not sure I can pronounce that, but you probably know this as Tamiflu, and 6 more in addition to those 2. You may have noticed that the medicines are sourced from Jace Pharmacies. That is not the same company as Jace Medical, of which I showed some prices from a little bit earlier in the video. They are separate companies in my understanding. This is the top of the line, the Pro Emergency Medical Kit. With the Pro Medical Kit, there are 10 more additional medicines added, including potassium iodide, the nuke pills, 2 EpiPens for severe allergic reactions. The Pro Medical Emergency Kit has the same contents as the Advanced Medical Kit, plus an additional 10 very useful and important medicines. On the screen, I'm only showing you the additional medicines that are in the Pro Medical Kit, in addition to those that are in the Advanced Kit. Ozio Medical also has other kits available, like ivermectin, a female emergency kit, a contagion emergency kit, which includes hydroxychloroquine and ivermectin, 2 medicines that were quite popular a few years ago. And there is also an emergency travel kit available. A lot of you guys are probably like me. You have first aid kits for your bug out bag, for your vehicles, one for your house. I've got all the stuff in those, tourniquets, bleed stop, all the creams, bandages, tapes, and so forth. I'm also an amateur herbalist, very amateur. I have various dried herbs. I've also got a lot of tinctures that I've made, but in a true long-term grid down scenario and those third world type diseases start running rampant, I want to have the antibiotics on hand. And to get one of these kits that contain the antibiotics is not difficult anymore. You don't have to argue with your doctor, try to convince them to write you a prescription. You can do it with telehealth, and in particular, the most reasonably priced that I've seen, Ozio Medical. So how easy is it to get these prescription medications? It isn't difficult to work with them. I want to show you a little bit about how to do that. Click on the link that I have down in the description box that will take you to their homepage. Click on Kits. Pick out the kit you want. For this, we'll do the basic kit. Select Kit. And it will ask you a few questions. Here's where you put in the discount code. It will ask you some information about your credit card or however you're going to pay. Then there'll be a few medical questions that you will answer, just as if you were signing up to be a new patient at some doctor's office. And after you go through this process, getting verified, for me, I got an email from a doctor. I had to communicate with him with a couple of emails. And in a few days, I had medical emergency kit. So if you're ready to upgrade your first aid kits, your over-the-counter medications, and maybe even your herbal supply with some antibiotics, there's a link to the Ozio Medical website down in the description box, also pinned in the comments. And don't forget the discount code.